An Egyptian scroll preserved in the British Museum would prove that the biblical giants actually existed. This statement has generated a great stir in the media, especially in those dedicated to sensationalism. Today we will break down this news and analyze its veracity. Before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and give like if you like the content. This helps us to continue creating more interesting videos like this. Now, let us delve into the story of the Papyrus Anastasi I and its controversial interpretation. The document in question is not a recent finding, but it is a text known to Egyptologists since the 19th century. Papyrus Anastasi I was acquired by Giovanni Anastasis in 1839 and has since been preserved in the British Museum. Its relevance has resurfaced thanks to a group called Associates for Biblical Research. The ABR is an organization that defends the historicality of the Bible from a creationist perspective. Its aim is to find archaeological evidence that supports the biblical accounts, which has generated some controversy. In this context, they have highlighted a mention in the papyrus that speaks of an extraordinarily high people. To better understand the Papyrus Anastasi I, it is essential to know its content. It is a satirical literary exercise used for the formation of scribes during the Ramesside period. It's not a historical document, but a fictional letter full of sarcasm and exaggerations. In the text, an army scribe, Hori, ridicules his colleague Amenemope. This passage is key because it mentions the Shosu, a nomadic people who supposedly measured between 2 and 2.5 meters. This has led some to interpret it as a reference to biblical giants. The proponents of this interpretation suggest that papyrus provides external evidence to the Bible about giant men. However, most Egyptologists warn that the text is satirical and should not be taken as a historical account. This is where the discussion gets complicated. It is important to note that even if papyrus mentions unusual statures, it is not monstrous creatures. Exaggeration is a literary technique, and the beings described are not necessarily giant in the sense that many imagine. This is a crucial point in the debate. In addition, there is the relic of Bir Hooker, a supposed mummified finger attributed to a giant. Although it lacks scientific validation, this object also raises questions about the possibility that some stories might have a real background. Current archaeology has not found evidence of human giants, but there are documented cases of gigantism. This has led to the creation of myths that persist in popular culture. Thus, Papyrus Anastasi I becomes an ancient testimony that reflects human interest in extraordinary beings. In conclusion, papyrus does not prove the existence of biblical giants, but it is not a mere invention either. The need to believe in them transcends cultures and epochs. Why is humanity attracted by the idea of giants? This is the question that leaves us the mystery.